If you just scroll down into the comments section, you're going to find you a crybaby pretty fast saying, Tanner, don't leave a termite window. 3-inch termite window. My pest control guy told me this. Oh God, Tanner, look at that 3 inches right here. You can't see a mud tube. Oh my God, you're a piece of crap, Tanner. All right, check. What's going on, guys? Just getting everything set back here on our big Santa Fe advanced dehumidifier. I'm going to run out to the truck real quick, get my buddy Gerald his receipt for this project here. And as soon as I finish doing the paperwork with Gerald, I'm going to come back under here and give you guys a full video tour and show you what this brand new 20 mil crawl space encapsulation looks like. Stay tuned, baby. All right, guys, I just got Gerald squared away here with all of his paperwork. Got him his receipt, got his monitor set up and installed inside the house. Believe it or not, inside the house right now as we speak, it was 45% moisture, and inside the crawl space, believe it or not, it was 43%. So how many of you homeowners watching this video right now can say that the humidity inside your friggin' crawl space is lower than the humidity inside your house? I guarantee the only people that can say that and actually state it for a fact are our customers here at Tennessee Technicians. Here is a brand new crawl space entry door built by none other than Drew Burt himself. We make sure all of our crawl space entries are built so that whenever they close, they seal up completely tight. We don't want any airflow coming in through there, and we sure don't want any animals coming inside any of our crawl space entries. And just like on all of our crawl space projects, you just reach overhead, hit the lights, and bam, you got lights throughout your entire project. I'm going to go ahead and pull this door back to behind me, and I'm going to flip the camera around and take you guys throughout this entire project. Oh man, I almost forgot. Before I take you guys throughout this finished project, I always like to share with you what it looked like before we got started. And I just did this inspection, I believe about 3 weeks ago. So I want to show you all right now exactly what all of this looked like before we got started. And when I first crawled inside this crawl space, I was under the impression that this was a brand new house. And it did have the backfill gravel along the ground, which I really like, and I suggest that in all new construction. But if you'll look atop the existing vapor barrier, look at all that dust. That dust is from the limestone of the gravel, and that is a common occurrence that we see in a lot of new construction homes, and that is one of the #1 things that we can cut down on and actually get rid of altogether by performing our crawl space encapsulation service, and you no longer have to worry about any of that dust coming up inside the actual living quarters of your home and breathing that mess. It's going to be hard for you guys to believe what it looks like now, because this brand new 20 mil poly shining, baby, it looks like an ice skating rink right here. Whew. My buddy Gerald's been waiting years to see one of these things finished under here. He actually moved here, guys, whenever this home was built in 2013, and he has wanted a crawl space encapsulation performed ever since moving here. And believe it or not, I actually wrote it on my hand. I'm not going to mention the company name, but thank God he didn't use them. In 2017, he had already had a quote done for crawl space encapsulation work. And our quote, of course, was a little bit higher than what he got back in 2017, but is about 50 times the project that he was going to be getting for the money, and I'm about to show it all to you right now. I'm always super proud to point out our AC unit entry points. Look at how well that is sealed all the way around those entries. And guys, as we start panning left here, take a look at the piers, the tops, the edges, the sides, and look at those walls, man. Straight edged all the way across the top, all the way around the entire crawl space entry door. And speaking of HVAC work, when I first inspected this home, all my good buddies over at Dell's Heating and Air were over here working their butts off, putting in all kinds of new ductwork. It looks great. As far as I'm concerned, guys, if you need any HVAC work and you're down here in the Ottawa or Chattanooga area, be sure to give Dell's Heating and Air a call and tell them that Tanner sent you. And as we look overhead here, guys, you can see that Gerald's existing insulation, it wasn't falling down anywhere. It's actually in good shape. So I did not suggest him upgrade to our R19 poly encapsulated insulation unless he chose to do so himself, and at this time we decided to leave the existing insulation. Over here around all of our penetration points on all of our projects, take note of that. Take note down here at these pipe entries and look how well we seal around everything. And right behind here is one of the existing foundation vents. All of our vents are sealed before any of the 20 mil poly goes on the wall with galvanized steel and concrete anchor screws and liquid nail to make sure that no rodents are ever able to come back through any of these original foundation vent openings. And if any of you have been following me for any time at all, you can go back and look at pretty much any of my videos. And if you just scroll down into the comments section, you're going to find you a crybaby pretty fast saying, Tanner, don't leave a termite window. 3-inch termite window. My pest control guy told me this. And guess what? You could tell all them crybabies. An old Tanner said, pucker on up and kiss it, baby. And I'm going to keep on making fun of them people as long as I'm able to keep on making fun of people. Because all you got to do is take your little eyeballs and go right over here on top of this box seal, and I'm going to show you why that 3-inch magical termite window is a bunch of crap, just like all them guys are full of that's saying that mess to you to start with. Oh God, Tanner, look at that 3 inches right here. You can't see a mud tube. Oh my God, you're a piece of crap, Tanner. Oh guys, all you gotta do is take your friggin' eyeballs up to the edge of that block and you can see every bit of it, just like I tell you on every project. And if there's a mud tube coming up right here, guess what happens when it gets right here? It's gonna go over to get access to that wood. And you can see a mud tube around the top edge of any single crawl space encapsulation project that we've ever done here at Tennessee Technicians. And if you don't like us not leaving that 3-inch magical gap, then go join all them other friggin' crybabies and kiss my friggin' butt. Woo! God, makes me want to kiss myself, man. Right up here on our left, that's our first of 2 humidistat fans. Why do we put humidistat fans when almost every other company that's making information about these type services say there's no need in installing humidistat fans? Well, ask yourself this. Have you seen any of those other companies put out product videos that look like ours? Have you seen anybody seal the foundation walls all the way up to the top? No, you haven't. So you have not seen anyone on the entire internet seal a crawl space up just like what you see us sealing them up, and just like what you've been seeing us seal them up for how many years running now? More than 10 years. The crawl space I just left before I came here, I did an inspection on a crawl space that we did almost 10 years ago. All we had back then was spray adhesives and 6 mil poly. And guess what? There wasn't a piece of poly off that wall anywhere. Just like we just done it. It was a little dirty and needed cleaned up, yes. But I'm just telling you guys, the products that we have today, they're 50 times stronger, fiberglass reinforced, nearly 4 times the thickness. I'm just telling you guys, these materials are going to outlast you and I. And if this is your first finished project video that you've seen of ours, you may be wondering, well, why are you installing these things for, Tanner? Go ahead and tell me. Well, what these are for is because all of the air that's within this crawl space, it is now trapped. As you can see up here, it ain't getting out. Every vent has been sealed. All the way from the bottom of the walls to the top of the walls has been sealed. Every pier has been sealed. The entire ground has been sealed. And that dehumidifier that you see right under there, that I'm going to show you a close-up of here in a minute, that thing is throwing so much exhausted air out into this place, you couldn't comprehend it unless you were over there sitting next to it. So all that pressurized air then, it has nowhere to go. And if you don't provide a way to get that air outside of this crawl space, that air is then going to become stagnant and make its way up into the living quarters of the home. And if you don't got these guys right here pulling that air and sending it outside, then you're going to have a problem. Well, you may not. The only way you're going to have a problem, let me rephrase that, is if you got a crawl space sealed up like what you see us sealing up ours and they don't install those. And I've never seen a single company one yet that seals crawl spaces up like what we seal ours up. So I say chances are, unless you're dealing with us, you probably ain't got to worry about that no way, because all you're going to end up with is another half-assed job, just like them half-assed companies been putting out for all the half-assed years they've been in business. What, you don't think I'm playing, do you? You think I'm cutting up? You think I'm just talking jive to you boys and girls? Let me tell you something. If you don't listen to what I'm saying and you doubt anything that's coming out of my mouth, you can be the first one to be my guest and call up one of them half-ass companies yourself and stroke that check to them that you're going to end up wishing never got stroked. And when you end up calling me to come out there and fix that project for you, don't expect to get no sympathy out of me, baby, because I've been trying to tell you, and I've been making people aware about these situations now for over 10 years. And for all the ones that choose to listen, hey, I'm glad I could help you. And all the ones that don't, hey, hope you enjoy that half-ass work that you got done. Drew and Cole are actually under a brand new job we just started this morning up in Anatole. Yeah, the nicest subdivision in all of Cleveland, Tennessee. And that homeowner, I'm not going to mention his name just yet. I'll save that for his finished video. But he got conned last week. See, there's a company on Facebook right now. Oh, they got a pretty picture. And just like I've been telling all of you for years, you look around. You think about for 1 second, all of you watching. Listen, homeowners, how many pictures do you think that I could sit around here, roll around, get all these different angles and all these different points of this crawl space? How many pictures you think that I could take to make all these fancy marketing ads and just blast you with them on Facebook? Let me tell you something. Anybody can take a good picture. You better listen close and let me say it one more time in case you didn't hear me. Anybody can take a good picture. And if you allow a picture to sell you, woo, boy, you in for a rude awakening. Damn, you in for a rude awakening, because you're going to be just like him. And 3 days into that project, he sent all 3 of them boys that company sent up from Atlanta last week. He sent them home packing because they wasn't doing nowhere near what he was sold and told that they was going to do. And I showed it all to him when I went over there and did my inspection last week. So if you want shot straight and you want your job done right to start with, then you pick up that phone and dial me up at 423-503-0512. And if you want to get done the way everybody else does, people, woo, call that other company, baby. I wish I knew the phone number to tell you. Right here in front of me is our big Santa Fe Advanced Dehumidifier system. For all of you guys out here installing our Santa Fe Advanced Dehumidifier systems, look right here on this dial. If this right here was 6 o'clock, guys, I always like to set it right over here around 7 to 7:30 at the most. Be sure that your fan switch is set to auto. This filter right back here, you guys got to make sure that you change that filter every 6 months. And also, right here, your drain line coming out and down inside your condensate pump right here, you can see the water coming out. This drain line, if you pick this up right here, see that notch right there? You need to have you a good wire brush that you can stick up inside here and clean this with. We also like to put bleach on our brush to kill any algae that may be growing inside here. And then we'll also pour bleach into one of these holes to trip this float switch and send bleach all the way down our drain line to where it's discharged into the main drain line of the home itself. And by doing so, you don't ever have to worry about water building up underneath here, because most of this water, as you may have noticed in the before pictures, is not even visible. There was no standing water in this crawl space. Matter of fact, not any, zero. So where's all that water coming from that was just coming out of that unit? Just like I'm trying to explain to you guys watching right now. It's invisible to our eyes. You'll never see the moisture that's causing all those hardwood floors to buck up in your house. You ain't gonna see that moisture. Well, unless, like I said, you got a standing water issue. And I'll give you guys more information on solving those problems whenever I go up there and film more footage of our current project in Anatole. Making our way along the front wall of the home now, we are coming up on our second humidistat fan, and this will be our last humidistat fan on this project. And take note, guys, notice how right over here is the corner of the home, and our other humidistat fan is way back there on the opposite corner of the home. That is the back right corner of the home, and this is actually the front left corner of the home. When you are installing your humidistat fans, make sure you position those things so that they are staggered so that you can get a consistent pull of air throughout the entire crawl space. Well, Gerald, buddy, I hope over 6 years of waiting was worth it. I know you've been wanting this done a long time under this house, and I'm not just saying it because we're the ones that did it for you, but brother, you couldn't have got a better crawl space encapsulation done. I know you're aware of that, but just in case you ain't, I might just go ahead and tell you one more time. There's no way you could have got a crawl space encapsulation done like this, Gerald. I might even say it one more time. I'm just kidding. We're the best. So how does this work from here? What do you need to do now? Well, if you're the homeowner that's been battling moisture problems, dang, look at that between them duct lines. God, absolute perfection. But if you've been battling these moisture problems yourself, and maybe you, I hope you ain't done blowed a bunch of money to some piece of crap company. I talk a lot of trash during these videos, guys, but I'm just trying to get you guys to understand that I ain't playing. And I'm also trying to get all them broke idiots, them time wasters, to stop watching my videos altogether. I wish they never even knew I existed. And I sure hope that they don't ever pick up the phone and call me. But to all you homeowners that are serious, to all you guys that are aware that moisture is a major, major concern in crawl space foundation homes, and you're looking to get that moisture taken care of, well, I don't know how many videos you need to watch of us and how many times I'm going to keep showing you over and over and over why we're the #1 referred crawl space encapsulation company in the world. I've made more crawl space encapsulation content than anyone on the entire worldwide YouTube platform. We do more crawl space training events for other crawl space companies than any crawl space trainer in the entire existence of mankind. You're talking to him right here. Yeah, they want this crazy old boy showing up at their business and teaching their people how to do these jobs like what you've been seeing for years and years and years now, guys. So to all of you that have chosen to join me on another finished project video, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here. And I'm about to go do another inspection right now in Hickson, Tennessee, and get that gentleman on the books. And until the next project, I'll talk to each and every single one of you guys inside our next video. Oh, and I almost forgot. Before I take you guys throughout this brand new finished project, let me real quick show you guys what we was God dang it!